My name is Christine, and I'm on the affirmative side of why we should use this. The use of the exclusionary rule should be abolished in the criminal justice system. The exclusionary rule is that any evidence obtained illegally will not be used in court. And my three supporting claims, my significance claim is that the exclusionary rule protects the guilty. My inherency claim is that the exclusionary rule is harmful to our justice system. My solvency claim is that holding the police misconduct accountable rather than excluding evidence will improve our justice system. Going into our significance claim, that the exclusionary rule protects the guilty. This exclusionary rule allows criminals to get away. In the Arizona versus Gaunt case, where the police pulled over somebody lawfully because he suspected him of whatever he suspected him of. He pulled him over and arrested him. Everything was lawful until he found a firearm in his car, and they said that this was a warrantless search and seizure. And because of that, they were able to just exclude that evidence and say that he was gone free. And the innocents are suffering because of the exclusionary rule. It protects the guilty and it harms the innocents because without the arrest of criminals, there's a public outcry for visible police enforcement, controlling potentially dangerous situations, and the removal of contraband items such as narcotics from circulation. And there's no alternative method in the method to convict the guilty. The Northwestern Law Journal says that if the police are subject to the restrictions of the exclusionary rule, they cannot obtain the convictions necessary to carry out their lawful enforcement function. And if they cannot obtain such convictions, they will be tempted to harass the suspects. And moving on to my inherency claim, that the rule is harmful to our justice system. Our justice system is justice is only served when the truth is revealed. And the Emory Law Journal states that the truth-finding function of a trial dictates that all trustworthy probative evidence are available, and when the exclusionary rule excludes those evidence, it deserves the truth-finding, it derives this truth-finding function. And the exclusionary rule excludes all reliable sources and evidence. The cost of the exclusion lies with the removal of reliable evidence, relevant evidence from the jury's consideration in a criminal case. If the jury is barred from considering the fruit of the Fourth Amendment violation, then it is more likely to acquit and release a guilty person, and thereby potentially threatening the public safety. And this also ties in the fruits of a poisonous tree, which is like, in the law term, it just basically means that any evidence gathered as a result of an illegal search, even if it was obtained after that they said it was illegal, it will be excluded from evidence. So even if you find more evidence that will help you, if they already said that this is obtained illegally, then all evidence following that will be excluded from the trial. And for solvency, to hold the police accountable for misconduct rather than excluding evidence, and how that will improve our justice system. The Emory Law Journal just says that the evidence is kept out of the trial not because it's unworthy or because it's incorrect, but because it is the product of police methods which violates the law. So it isn't the fact that the evidence is unworthy of the trial, but it is because the misconduct from the police. And by holding the police accountable, this would also improve the police branch of the justice system, because the Emory Law Journal also states that an efficient way to eliminate the fourth violations would be to require both continuous roll call training and pre-training and post-training testing. Officers would take promotional tests which require them to demonstrate competence in search and seizure areas. And by going over these three claims, our plan of action is that rather than excluding evidence that was obtained from police misconduct, the police should be held accountable instead of letting criminals go.